Hello from Dubai. This is the podcast Pigeon of Peace, where we do discuss an interesting and awesome skill of troubleshooters. Watch, listen, and check the description to navigate through the questions. Let's speak about skill of yoga, and let's start with the definition.
Yoga is not just a sport as we used to think when we are living in a big cities. There's also the type which people to use, how to make strong their bodies, how to make strong their mind, and how to feel yourself healthy. This was become a usual time spending in India and other hot countries from India to China's region, and some peoples are develop themselves so strong men or so strong women that they could be curved in very special poses, which they call asana, and they could stand in them for a very long time. When you will be joining the yoga section in your city, maybe you will find that trainer and some people who are going for several times, they are quite skillful in these asanas. But if you are just starter or beginner or novice, just make as you could, and no one will laugh from you because it's quite usual. Everyone for very first time was ugly and it was looking awkward. But if you will continue to be with your group, with your teacher, with your instructor, maybe in 2, 3, 6 months, you will be happy that your body was improved, your flexibility was increased, and your health also will be on the upper level.
It seems there are a couple of aspects of the yoga, and one of it, as far as I know, it's like more like a philosophical, or like some sort of like a conceptual, explaining that like why exactly your body should be doing this way. And probably another aspect is definitely the physical. So can we just like slightly touch on the philosophical aspect and see like what is behind of it, whether it's just like a facade, or there is also like some sort of like a deep thinking, or maybe the frameworks that could be used in the real life, embedded, expressed through the yoga, so that the life could be also be better.
There are also several ways how to be involved in yoga. For example, if you will go to your gym and the owner of gym is not passionate of yoga, you will be joining the team and you will be just doing exercise, and not so many things would be spoken about the philosophy. But if you will go to very specific or dedicated studio which makes yoga already with special clothes on special carpets, with special food and drinks, you will hear a lot of stories about Indian wisdoms, about other stuff, but also you will be offered to buy some food, some clothes and so on. So in big cities, it is prohibited during a yoga session to sell something or to spell some philosophical items. So it depends of what you want. But if you will go to the wild beaches and some bushes in India, you will find some people, and some of them would be quite wise or just opposite, quite mad, and they will pronounce something to you, to your group, or maybe something for themselves, and you will find that if you will listen, even those madmen, it is also a piece of wisdom will be living in your heart.
And when it comes to the, like applying this on a daily basis, whether it's preferable to do this as a part of the routine, or it's better to probably learn the basics, as they call it, like learn the ropes, and then just, like try to do it by yourself. So what is the best way in order to, wrap your head around to understand what is this about, and then like use it in your life?
First, you should understand why you start this asana, or why this is second. Sometimes there is some special meaning behind those exercises. Second, it depends when you and where you start to learn yoga. When you are young and when you have a very slim body or lean body, it would be quite easier to do these asanas and some movements. But if you have been overweight, then you will struggle with your body all the time. You will be sweating, you will be looking funny, but anyway, you should continue. But also another topic to be told this about weather. When I was doing yoga in Thailand, in Cambodia, in Burma, in India, it was quite easy because the weather was warm and влажный, wet,
Humid.
and humid. Sorry, warm and humid. And in this case, you are not supposed to do разминка.
Warm up,
because you just walking like, I don't know, 1 kilometer or something like this, and then you already have like a strength in your body. But for example, if you live in Novosibirsk, Omsk, or Yekaterinburg, in those Siberian cities in Moscow, you definitely need to come to your studio for like 20 minutes before. You should change your clothes and do some warm-ups because your joints, your muscles would be staying in a frozen position.
And when it comes to levels of progression, because like there are so many like different types of the yoga, there is also like I do believe a certification system exists in the place. So how do you progress over it? Not only, I would say, like by paper, but maybe mentally and physically.
Maxim, by the way, you just asked me a very nice question. I have been never asking people, do they have certificates? Usually you just see and you just understand, do you like this style or not? But maybe they have some certification levels and maybe they have some certification conveyor. I don't know exactly, but I know whom I could ask. If you think how you develop yourself or you develop your body, you will like some asanas because they are very easy to produce. Several of them would be almost be done by you. Several would be quite impossible, and you will sometimes find that you already are able to do the next asana and you will be just happy. And you should also understand, no one knows exactly how many asanas in yoga. Maybe it's 2000 or maybe 2005, and I also have been told that there are maybe even 5 or 10,000 of asanas. As a mathematician, I couldn't believe that those numbers could exist. But anyway, if there are just 500 of asanas, it's quite big set, so you could choose what you want and then go to another level of difficulty. And you know, no one will judge you and no one will ask you how good you are in yoga. You will be feeling it by yourself. If you, for example, several weeks or months before couldn't do this exercise and now you are able, just imitate, it would be enough for your conscience.
And sometimes of what I heard, there is also breath or like a breathing techniques that you use, you have apply with the yoga. So whether it's like a separate discipline or just like something that you also should embed and like a follow routinely.
I am so happy you asked me about this. Sometimes I feel myself shy because I'm talking about yoga and I want to explain my road or my path to the yoga. I would not be happy to make just yoga and I do not like this asanas. I like to run, to swim, to make bicycle because I am Ironman for several times. But when I was trying to make free diving without balloons, I found that I couldn't stay in the water more than like 35 or 55 seconds. And suddenly I was being told that there is a way how to calm blood pressure and heart and to stay in the water for 7 to 12 minutes. And the way is to learn something from yoga. So we have been laying close to the swimming pool. We have been laying on the water on this special, I don't know how to say, these tubes made from foam. I know how people call them. So you are just laying, you are just breathing, and when you're thinking that you are calm, you just take your hands off and then you go down and you could stay. No, okay, I couldn't stay for 6 minutes, but okay, I could stay like for 3 minutes, and for me it's quite a victory.
And my last question will be how knowing about the yoga could help to make this world a better place.
I don't know if the yoga is the best way how to make your body strong and to improve your mindset, but this is definitely not the worst case. And as I told you before, I has been learning yoga for my breath, for my attempt to stay longer in the swimming pool. But also some people says that they have improved their health if they have, for example, illness in the elbows or in shoulders or in the neck or in spine. They saying that if they will go for several times to yoga gym, then they will have no pain for 2 or 3 weeks. So they happy to avoid this pain. This is also a way to make our world better.
We discussed the skills of yoga and how it could be helpful in your life. Thank you and stay in peace.